Hi guys, and welcome to this video which is on approach notes. So approach notes means approaching a target note, and we can either do that from above or below, and we do it using either 1, 2 or 3 eighth notes, or as we say in the UK, quavers. Now, I got the idea for practicing this from Hal Galper, who's an amazing jazz pianist, played with Phil Woods, Cannibal Adderley and Chet Baker, among many others. So this really helps you to hear ahead and get that line going through the changes. By practicing this approach, whether it be the tonic, the third, the fifth, the seventh, you're teaching yourself to hear a melodic line through whatever standard you're working on. And since I've incorporated this into my own practice, it's just been fantastic. It's like a springboard for creativity. If all you try to do is hear these melodic notes and approach these melodic notes, as we're going to be learning in this lesson, it cuts out all the other clutter that can be going on in our minds. Okay, we've got to learn to switch off all that clutter when we're improvising and just learn to hear. That is an extremely important thing to learn to do. So, we have to practice thinking about things and having a target and having a goal for each practice session, each week, each month, etc. We've got to know the path, we've got to know the plan and why we're doing what we're doing. But then when we improvise, all we want to be doing is hearing. Okay, and just by hearing these chord notes, learning how to approach them, it opens up a world of opportunities. So in this lesson, we are using that 251 in concert B flat major. And we're going to start and just use the thirds. We're going to target the thirds. I like to use the thirds because I think it's the most pretty sounding note. It's the melodic note. It's the only note actually in the chord that tells us what the chord is. Okay, if it's a major third, it's major. If it's a minor third, it's minor. That is the only chord note really that tells us whether it is a major or minor. So that's how powerful that note is. So well worth targeting. So the first thing you have to be able to do is just hear those chord notes. And what I suggest you do is play and also sing. So remember, singing, and especially if you can finger the vowels or keys or fingerboard, fretboard, whatever instrument you play, if you can sing the note and learn to develop that ear-finger coordination, that is just going to be a massive bonus to you as well. So here I go, just playing round and round the backing track, just playing the third of the minor, third of the dominant, and then the third of the major 7. Here we go. So once we can do that and we can really hear it and sing it, we're going to now start to teach ourselves to approach it. And we're going to approach it from 1/8 note below. And we always do it diatonically. Okay, and as you can see, the key that we're in, whether you're concert pitch, E flat pitch, bass clef or B flat pitch, we're just within the key of concert B flat major. Okay, so we just approach those notes from the note below. Here we go. Okay, moving on to the next exercise, I'm going to approach the notes from 2 notes below. Okay, here we go with 2 approach notes from below. So that might take a while. That might take a while to really get that into your playing, but it is so worthwhile to do. It's a must for me. It's a real must to learn to hear those lines and to approach those lines. It's, as Miles Davis used to say, everything's in the pickup. So here we go now, approaching from 3/8 notes below. And if it helps, you're always starting on the 7th, approaching the 3rd. Okay, we're going to go the other way now. We are approaching from above. So here we go, 1/8 note from above. And now here we go, approaching 2/8 notes from above, or 2 quavers. And the last exercise in this lesson, we are approaching from 3/8 notes, or 3 quavers from above, always approaching the 3rd of the minor 7, the dominant 7, and the major 7. Okay, probably the trickiest one, but if you do it enough times, just really get it round and round and round and round. Be patient. Be patient. As I've heard and seen written down a few times in different places, impatience is the enemy of the ambitious player. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the tunes that I have done this on a lot are the tunes that I feel most happy about improvising on, because I've just practiced it so much and can really hear that melodic line going through the standard. I've done it on All the Things You Are, I've done it on Autumn Leaves, I've done it on tunes like Blue Bossa, on Green Dolphin Street, Donnelly or Indiana, and they're the tunes that when I come to improvise, it just feels so much easier, and I always know where I am. I could just it just feels so much more comfortable, and really, as well as knowing the chords up and down, to hear that melodic line, that is truly to internalize the changes for me. And if you can do this and have the patience, I suggest just starting off with a very simple standard like the ones we're going to be using in the program, and yeah, I'm sure you'll find the benefits amazing too.